7 YouTube automation mistakes to avoid in 2021 and beyond. As you guys know, I'm currently doing YouTube automation. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I'm actually doing pretty well with it. However, it wasn't always like that. I actually made a lot of mistakes that hopefully you guys are not going to make after watching this video. So what I'm going to do is share all of the mistakes that I made, the most important ones, so that you can avoid them and improve your YouTube automation business. So if you're interested in that, I recommend you keep watching all the way until the end because all of these are going to be valuable. So keep watching and then let's just dive in. Alright, so mistake number 1 that I actually made was hiring too fast and firing too slow. Now basically what I mean by that is that when you're looking for freelancers to help you create videos, right? Because that's what YouTube automation is all about. Instead of doing all of the videos yourself, you build up a team of video editors, script writers, voiceovers, thumbnail artists, whatever you need, right? And for that, of course, you need people. Now, I'm pretty impatient as a person, meaning that when I have an idea or like when I'm trying to build a new business or trying to build a new channel, I mostly want to get it done ASAP because I'm too hyped. Now, what that also means for this business and why I made mistakes is because I actually put the job on Upwork, which is what I use to find people, and then I want to hire right away. If I feel like someone could do the job, potentially, I'm not even 100% sure, often I quickly pretty much hired them. So I signed a contract with them, I started paying them, started working with them, while I didn't even check if there were other people that would be better or maybe more organized or stuff like that. So that's a huge mistake that you can make because what then happens, you hire that person, maybe you're gonna work with him or her for like 4 weeks, only then you find out that it's not the right person, and then you're 4 weeks behind and you have to find new people, start training them again. So that's a huge mistake that you should definitely avoid. Don't hire right away. Definitely don't hire the first person that you think might be able to do it. Yes, he or she might be able to do it, but it doesn't mean you should hire that person right away. And that's definitely something I learned along the way because once again, back in the day, I actually used to put out the job, find someone within a few hours. I'm like, yeah, they could probably do it. And then I would hire them right away, which actually led me to projects not failing, but like running behind, if that makes sense. Which then also brings me to the next point, which is kind of like related to that, which is firing too slow. You should actually reverse the two. So firing too slow, meaning that let's say you're working with someone and that person may not deliver on time or he or she is making too many mistakes. Of course, if the job is not perfect yet, that's not an issue because you can improve. But if those things are like not delivering work on time, not being great at communication, don't expect that person to change all of a sudden and then do all of that perfectly. So what I would do is fire fast and hire slow instead of the reverse, which is actually what I did when I got started. So that's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is huge, especially for me, and this is thinking that it's impossible to find someone else that is actually better at doing the job than I am. So for example, I actually got started with YouTube myself, meaning I was creating videos, I was doing the research, I was doing the data analysis, I was doing everything. Now, when you're actually going to succeed, because I actually managed to succeed with that on myself, I kind of like went into the mindset that I was the only one that was able to do it at that level. Of course, that is definitely not true. There are so many people that are better than me at doing those specific jobs. For example, thumbnails, keyword research, data analysis. There are so many people that are better than me. However, because I'm always doing it, I kind of had that fear of letting go. So I was in control. I was doing the thumbnails. I was doing the research. I was making up the titles, pretty much everything, right? So I had total control. So maybe the mistake, I should actually rephrase it, it's letting go. So kind of like letting go of all of the control. Of course, you want to make sure to have control over your business, but don't actually like overdo it. Don't be scared to give things out of hands and actually like let other people do work because there are so many more talented people out there. For example, right now, I'm actually working with an entire team from Pakistan on a new channel that I'm building, and those guys are making insane videos. I could not make that many videos in that quality that they're making in a week if I wouldn't actually outsource it. So don't be afraid to actually go ahead, take that step, outsource it. Don't think that you're the best one at doing this specific part of the business, because there are always going to be people better than you that would actually be willing to do that job for you. Now that part right there is huge, and it's key if you actually want to scale your business to a higher level, because of course there are only 24 hours in a day. I cannot make hundreds of videos per week. So if you want to actually go a crazy level, you need to outsource and you need to actually let go of control. Mistake number 3 to avoid is not outsourcing everything sooner. So when I actually got started, once again, I was doing all of it myself. Then slowly I started automating the entire channel. However, I always kept doing the uploading part, maybe the thumbnails as well. So I was outsourcing the videos itself pretty much, but then I would still do the thumbnails as I had the budget, but I didn't want to spend too much money. Now, what I recommend doing once you've got the budget, once you've got the financial means to actually outsource the entire thing, do it. Do it right away, because it's going to save you so much mind space, so much stress, so much things to do. Because yes, I had the money, but I was kind of like in that scarcity mindset where I was actually trying to get the videos and all of it done for, let's say, $10 or $20. As you guys, some of you guys know, all of the formats that I've got are pretty cheap because the videos are actually very easy to make. I'm not really into like the classic YouTube automation stuff where pulling clips from the internet, doing crazy editing, crazy like voiceover, stuff like that. None of it. So for me, it would be possible to get a video done between anywhere like $10-15. So that was pretty much what I was trying to do. But I had to do stuff myself. The quality wasn't as good. So right now I'm actually paying a little bit more. I'm actually paying $20 per video, per finished product. And that includes the video creation, so screen recordings, voiceovers, anything you need, thumbnails, and the uploading. So I don't need to do anything apart from the keyword research. That is key for my business, for my specific formats. So I'm still doing that myself, but all of the other stuff I'm actually outsourcing, and I wish I did that sooner, because that saves me so much time and it allows me to go way faster in terms of how many videos I can upload, meaning the channel is going to go faster as well. So that's definitely key as well. If you've got the financial means, don't try and be cheap. Don't try and like pay like half the money and then do some stuff yourself. Outsource the entire thing, even if it's gonna like cost you a little bit more money. It pretty much like saves you time, it frees up your time so that you can build the business and do more of pretty much more important stuff, I would say. So that's key as well. Mistake number 4 is huge as well, not doubling down when you find a formula that works. So let's say that you've been trying a lot of different niches, a lot of different channels, and you finally found a channel that's working, and you don't actually create multiple channels. You need to do that. As soon as you've got a formula, so kind of like a format, a niche, kind of topics that work, a video format that works, make sure to double it and create multiple channels out of that specific format. So for example, maybe you're in the meditation niche, maybe you're in the finance niche, and you've got a specific topic and a specific niche that is working. First of all, double down on that topic, build a channel based on that topic, and then once you've got that going, once you've got good momentum, good views, good income, pretty much duplicate the entire thing. So just copy it and create a second channel that's pretty much doing the same but with a small twist. So slightly different keywords, slightly different topics, different editing, maybe stuff like that. But you can pretty much make it the exact same. Start funneling people from channel 1 to channel 2 through a community post, YouTube stories, links in descriptions, pretty much the basic stuff, end screens, video cards. So you funnel the people from channel 1 to channel 2 to hit that same kind of spot in the algorithm so that you can get recommended on that as well. And you start building multiple channels within that niche, and then you can keep funneling people from the existing channels to a new one so that you can scale that very fast and easily. Then mistake number 5 is not building systems to automate the entire process. Now what I mean, of course, YouTube automation, you don't do it yourself. So the video part is automated, but if you think about the workflow, make sure you automate that as well. You can use project management tools like Asana, Monday.com, Trello, ClickUp, stuff like that, where you can add your team and then you can build your workflow within there. Now, of course, you guys know Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they actually hate communication. They hate team meetings because that means to them that there's something not working. They feel like if they need to do weekly calls or daily calls, the people don't know what to do, and they need to know what to do without any communication at all. So what I try to do, what I recommend doing as well when building any business, try and build a workflow. So build systems within your business where everyone knows what to do and they can actually do that job, do that part of the job without any communication. So they don't need to message you where to find the links, where to find the clips. Make sure you automate all of that so that when you get going, you don't need to do any more work on that specific part. Because trust me, if you're going to try and run multiple channels, it's really hard if you're communicating all the time with all of the freelancers. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do it for this channel, that channel. That stuff adds up, and it can actually save you a lot of time if you simply build a system within your business. Now, what do I mean by system? Pretty much a workflow that anyone can work within and understand without any communication. So if you're able to build it up like that, that means that you don't need to do and spend any more time on that specific part, so that once again, you can focus on actually building the business instead of working within the business. Now, what you can also do is hire a project manager that would actually take care of all of that. But honestly, I myself just set it up once, I explain how it works, and then it's done. Mistake number 6, and this one is key as well, especially if you're just starting out, so pay attention, is not creating a fast feedback loop. Now, what I mean by that is, let's actually put this in an example. So let's say that you're just starting your channel and you want to have some videos stacked up before uploading. First of all, you start creating, let's say 30 videos, and only then you start uploading. That means that you already have 30 videos made, but you've got no clue which videos are working. Now, of course, you can take that 30 videos and take them as kind of like the test videos, but what you could do, what I recommend doing, is taking videos, uploading them, and then making sure that you can create a fast feedback loop within the next couple of days. Because within the first 7 days, of course, you don't know, like it can go viral after 2 years, 5 years, whatever, but after 7 days, you can see if that video is actually performing well already, and if it is, you can start making more videos like that right away, and then upload them right away as well. But if you already had a lot of videos being made right away up front, you're stuck with all of these videos, while some of them may not work. Let's say that you've created 5 videos about, let's say, whatever topic, about microphones, totally random, right? You upload them, you see that they're not working, they're not performing well, but then you're stuck with 25 more videos about microphones that are probably not going to do well either. Now, what I mean by that, and what I'm trying to say, is not that you should not have patience, because of course, if you're just starting out, it can take a while, but try and create a system, a feedback loop that is very fast so that you can keep improving quickly instead of having to adjust things and then only seeing the result from that 30 videos later, if that makes sense. And then the final mistake is cutting a project too soon. Now, that is actually, once again, a personal mistake that I made. So last year, I actually tried to copy one of my working formulas, as I just told you guys. However, it was not working right away, and I actually stopped doing that pretty much. So I spent about $1,500 on that project. It wasn't working as I intended to. And because of that, I quit right away instead of trying to improve. So back then, I had the financial means to keep going, and the $1,500 back then was a decent percentage of the monthly income, but I could actually easily spend, let's say, 5x that amount at that time, and I would still be able to keep that going, meaning that that's a huge mistake, because right now, if I kept that going, I might have had another channel doing 5 figures a month, but because I quit, because I was scared to lose all of that money, I actually stopped the channel, the entire project, and because of that, right now, I'm stuck. I mean, not stuck, but I don't have a channel, or at least not that channel, making another 10K a month. While as I kept going, kept improving, kept changing, adjusting, I might have had a channel doing 10K, another one right now. So yeah, that is pretty much a pretty big mistake as well. Of course, you never know how it's gonna go. However, I feel like if I kept that going, I would probably had another channel making quite some money right now. So that's the final mistake that I want to share. That's a personal one, I'm pretty much not cutting the project too soon. If you don't see results right away, that's totally fine. Keep it going. Look at what's working, copy that, keep going and pretty much do the same thing over and over again. Then eventually, if your videos are right, if your strategy is right, you will succeed. Now, those are kind of like the mistakes that I made and that you should probably avoid. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Now, if you learn from this video, please go ahead and leave a like. That really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. Let's try and go viral with this video and help as many people. So leave a like, that helps me out and also the people that are going to see this because of you liking the video. Subscribe, leave a comment, and then I'll see you next time. Have a good day.